prehab, rehab, and doing what you thought was impossible. What's up guys, it's Nate Johnson, owner and head trainer at Steel Strength Training. So recently I've been having some trouble with my left shoulder. I'm getting some clicking, almost like a tendon is rolling over the bone, or like we're getting some contact with the head of the arm, the humerus, up in the actual joint itself. Whatever's going on, it's nasty and I don't like it. And so I started looking back on my training logs to figure out, first of all, like what would have caused this. And so I realized that I really upped my pressing volume a lot, which has been good. My chest has grown for probably the first time in forever. It's been a stubborn body part for me. However, since doing that and a lot of lateral raises like this, boom, right? Hitting the medial delt, doing a lot of lateral raises, I feel like I'm really getting a lot of impingement. I'm tight. My traps are tight, and so I think it's caused a lot of problems. And then you throw in all that pressing volume, all those lateral raises, and you throw in the fact that I've been sitting in class for a good 30 hours a week, maybe more. And you know I don't sit in class very well. You know, I want you guys to sit with good posture. I try to, but when I'm in class and they start talking about, you know, who knows what, my shoulders just round forward. I'm kind of slumped in my chair. We all do it. So cut me some slack, give me some sympathy. But anyway, that's the problem I've been having. And so it's really, my strength has really been affected. My shoulder feels like crap when I bench press. My bench press numbers are embarrassing to admit right now. I just feel incredibly weak. And so I started looking back at my training logs on when I felt strong and stable. Because that's another thing. I've been feeling just very unstable during my lifts. I feel like my pushing musculature has gotten a lot stronger. My chest, anterior delt, my triceps, back of my arm, gotten a lot stronger, but I just don't feel stable on the bench press. So I started looking back at my notebooks on when I hit my biggest PRs on bench and squat. Squat's been feeling a little unstable too, but we'll address that later. But basically, I used to do a lot more lat work, a lot of back work. I did a moderate amount of volume on my pressing, but a ton of back work, and that's something I've really dropped off. I've kind of had a one-for-one match with my pressing and my pulling recently, whereas before it was more like I was pulling 2 times as much as I push, which is what I recommend for most people since we're all jacked up from sitting all day long. And now I'm reaping the consequences of that. But I just wanted to let you guys know, not so I could sit here and complain about my problems, but I wanted to let you guys know what my treatment plan is for myself, and what, I'll give you guys weekly updates and let you guys know how things go. So the biggest thing I plan to do is up my pulling volume. I'm going to be doing a bunch of pull-ups and a bunch of rows, all right? Really hit my back, pulling those rows at all kinds of different angles. Elbow out, elbow 45 degrees, elbow tucked in nice and close. We're hitting all of that back musculature, all right? We're going to do very high volume. I'm going to keep it about 25 sets, hard sets, per week, which is very high volume, okay? I'm going to be doing low to moderate volume on my pressing because I want to maintain my strength, but I'm going to make sure that my form is picture perfect, and I'm not really trying to up those lifts right now. We're really going for stability. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing some external rotation just with a dumbbell, very light dumbbell, right here, boom, like that, from a bunch of different angles. Laying on the bench, standing up, and that's just going to hit those external rotators, okay, which is going to be the rotator cuff. And so I think my rotator cuff is just weak, and so I need to really strengthen my back and my rotator cuff. So I will let you guys know how that goes, but I wanted to keep you guys updated. I figure since I'm in physical therapy school, I do much more than just help people drop fat and get stronger. I'm also going to help people with movement dysfunction or when they have pain. And so here's a little experiment on myself, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys will enjoy the future updates to come. The video that I'm posting is coming up right after this, and I've just included a little shot of my back with me lifting my arms out to my side with both hands so you guys can see that there's a slight difference on the left side, and I'll be narrating that as you see it. So I've put this in half speed so you guys can really see the details. The first thing I want you to notice is that my left arm does not get as close to my head as my right arm does. We're lacking just a little bit of range of motion, nothing major. The next thing I'll have you notice is look at the scapula, look at the spine, and then go to the left just a little bit in the middle of the back. That's that bony structure right there. You'll notice that there's a little bit of a lag on the left side when it comes up. The right is very smooth. There's a lag in the beginning on the left side. And then finally, as I come back down, just watch as at the very end of that movement, the left scapula just dumps back down. It just kind of falls, whereas the right side is smooth all the way through, which shows that there's some instability in the left shoulder.